My name's Jimmy Sa. I'm the president and co-founder of One Night. And it's good to be back at HEDNA as the former president of the organization and a former colleague of the current president, Sarah Fultz. Proud to see how the organization is going strong and how it's evolved. And I can tell you that you have a great leader in Sarah. She's very passionate and tenacious, and not anyone can squeeze sponsorship money out of poor startups. So congrats, Sarah. All right, before I get into the details of our product, I want to share a quote that my colleague shared with me, who I think with this quote epitomizes the principles of all we do and why we do what we do. Evan Williams, the co-founder of Twitter, said it best with this quote: "The internet makes human desires attainable, more easily attainable." And if you study what the really big things on the internet are, you realize that they are masters at making things fast and not making people think. This is our driving principle of our One Night product development and our growth, and I think we're on our way there. This is just a quick video screen of the user experience that a consumer gets when they sign on to our mobile app. The story of One Night is actually a story that goes through an accidental journey. I started with Standard International 3.5 years ago. Standard International is the parent company of Standard Hotels and Bunkhouse Group here in Austin. They're also the parent company of One Night. When I signed up with Standard International, I was tasked to start an app for the company. And for those who know Standard and the brand, you guys understand that we do things a little bit differently. So what I did along with my team was that we created an engaging vehicle to reach a local customer segment. We already had plenty of people come to our restaurants for dining and hanging out in our clubs. But what often and most likely didn't happen was that they didn't end their one night's venture with a stayover at our hotels. So we bootstrapped an app called One Night Standard. Sex and irreverence are also part of our driving principles. That little app that we created for roughly $50,000 generated nearly $4 million in its first full year. We only have 5 hotels, 929 properties, so it was a great boost. But what we also pleasantly found was that the one-night guest drove an ancillary spend on average of $12 higher than any other OTA guest. Obviously, with our target audience, most of our customers were locally based. So what that also surfaced was a new customer demand segment. And again, along the way, we raised our RevPAR, we raised our RevPAR index, and the ancillary spend that came with it. Sure enough, the local and national publications picked up on One Night, and the word got out. Publications like Huffington Post, Vogue, LA Times, they all spoke very highly, and they all said it's one of those apps, must-have apps if you're traveling to any of our urban cities in Miami, LA, and New York. Along the way, we also had our immediate competitors, some of which we compete on a daily basis, come to us and asked us if we were willing to white label our solution for their brands. Of course, we didn't go that route, but that did trigger and prompt us going into the distribution space for selling third-party hotels. Thus, One Night was born. We launched One Night late in 2016 with hotels in LA and New York. It got off to a fast start, and almost a little over a year, we're now operating in 14 cities with nearly 170 curated collection of independent lifestyle hotels on our platform. So we're fueling, our growth has been fueled by insiders in the hotel industry, also with the locals who appreciate and understand the experiential value of the hotels on our platform. So what's innovative and beneficial for one night? Here are some main points that appeases both to our hotel customers as well as our end users. First of all, it was one of the few distribution companies, if not only, that was founded by an independent hotel management company. The benefit of that is that we as hotel operators understand and appreciate the hotel brands and the value that they pose to its customers. We also understand the hotel's operations, its challenges, its gaps, and the opportunities that's presented every day in and day out. We also reinvented the last-minute hotel booking cycle with a true-to-form last-minute booking window that starts from 3 p.m. and ends at 5 a.m. because who's to say that the night ends at midnight? By doing this, we deliver revenue to the hotels that assures them that it's incremental and also basically increases their capacity utilization for hotels. I'll go in further of why that's important more than ever these days. And as I alluded to before, we launched and surfaced a new hotel segment that the hotels weren't marketing to prior, and that's the local customers. In that sense, we provide a marketing tool that the hotels don't do for themselves, and we provoke the new customer behavior. Thirdly, our curated collection of the highly sought-after independent lifestyle hotels, it gains trust with the customers because every hotel that's selected on the One Night app basically guarantees a great last-minute hotel experience. So that trust and the confidence level increases our conversion and our repeat ratio with our guests. With each participating hotel, unlike the traditional OTAs, the brand equity and the value of each hotel brand that's participating in one night actually increases. The way we showcase and position the hotels alongside other high-profile hotels just raises the value, similar to way soft brands do as well. And then finally, we offer a very innovative hour-by-hour insider's guide to what to do in and around the hotel. And with that, it heightens the guest stay and discovery experience and also increases the ancillary spend and loyalty to the hotels. I should also point out that quite different from OTAs, we pass on the contact details to the hotel so they can market to them directly in the future. So, and with that, I thank you very much.